All right. So once in a while, I get this question about what do I do when I am sending one of my machines out, or if I am sending even a vehicle, even a service truck, the truck of a salesperson to uh, somewhere that's outside of my own shop to get repaired, right? And that happens. Everybody does it, right? Your shop doesn't repair everything. There are going to be instances where the needed repair needs to go somewhere else. So when that happens, one of the main things you do not want to do is you do not want to create a work order. And the reason for that is if you create a work order, the assumption is the work is being done in house. So you are technically doubling up on the cost if you create a work order inside for jobs that are being done outside. So the main way to do it is this. You go into AP, you create an AP invoice because you are going to get an AP invoice from a vendor, the place that's actually fixing, or repairing the piece of equipment or the vehicle or the truck. You're going to get an AP invoice from them, right? So in order for you to actually enter that into the system, this is what you do. So you're going to enter the AP invoice. We're going to call it 3456. And the vendor, I'm going to use Ford, which is one of my vendors. Okay, Ontario, right? And here are my dates. And usually what I do is I'll say outside repair service truck. Okay, I like notes, so I do that. Okay, and enter, and I'm going to go accept. Okay, and here I'm going to add, I'm going to select repair. Okay, the minute you select repair here, the system is going to ask you which asset are you actually repairing. So it's very important that before you get here, you know which asset you're repairing, and you should know that. So I hit enter, this automatically comes up. So I'm going to select one of my machine. I'm going to go 2002-01, which is an air compressor that for whatever reason I had to send out to get repaired. My people in-house can repair. Okay, I'm going to go accept here. That's the date of the repair, enter. And I'm going to have a bunch of repair codes. So these are the ones that I use the most, right? And you can easily use these, or you can add some more, depending on how detailed you want to be, right? So here I'm going to say it's a cylinder head. Okay. My charge code is going to be internal repairs equipment. Actually, one of my charge codes should be external repairs, right? So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one called external repairs. So I'm added two more: external repair of vehicles, if you decide you want to split them, and external repairs in general. Okay, so in this case, it's going to be external repair of external repairs because it's a compressor. And here you can add the details: repaired windshield, repaired cabin air. Actually, no. It's a compressor, so it doesn't even have all these things. Let's make it realistic. So repaired hoses, and we'll say repaired knobs, and what else did they repair? We'll say repair starter. Oops. Okay, and that's as detailed as I want to be, right? So that tells me exactly what they've done to the machine, and it's going to go in the history of the machine. I'm going to accept here. That's my account for outside repairs of equipment. And the repaired were $1,200. Enter. Accept. That's my entry. And that's it. I've now created in one shot, I've created the AP invoice as well as the entry for that specific unit. Okay. So let me go try to find any of my vehicles. Well, let me go in here. I know I have vehicles in the system somewhere, I think. Oh, okay, maybe not. Do I have a class for vehicles? Maybe. Apparently, I don't. Okay. Well, let's make it fictitious. I'm gonna go truck. Get my truck sign here. All right. Okay. So some of my trucks. Let me see here. So let's select MI 03.03. So that seems to be a truck of mine. It's a half-ton truck. Okay. So let's say that's what I'm going to repair. So I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to create another AP invoice exactly like I did with the compressor before vehicle. Make it a little more realistic. So I come here and my invoice is test123. And my vendor is Garage. I have a vendor called Garage, believe it or not. Okay. And this is for today. And repairing half-ton truck. Okay. Enter. And same story. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to say to repair, right? Enter. I'm going to say MI 03-03. That's the truck that I'm repairing. And my code is going to be, what else can we do? General repairs, right? So they just have to repair, but it was something that was done outside. External repair of vehicles, general repairs, because Ruben does not know about this. The point I'm trying to make is you can enter anything that you like here, right? And that tells the story of what exactly took place with that specific repair, okay? And the details are up to you, okay? So I come here, enter, and we're going to say the repairs were $3,500. Oops, well, I'm probably to $35,000. That's an oopsie on my part. Let's fix that. And we fix that. Yes, 3,500, not 35,000. Okay, accept, and that's it. Okay, so that's how you would enter that information into the system. And now you've created the AP invoice, which you have to pay anyways, because that vendor is going to send you an invoice, and you've made an entry into the system that's going to go against the history of that specific piece of equipment, should you need to find it later. So one thing you also want to keep in mind is once the AP invoice is posted, you can view the history in the work order repair history, right? So we just created 2 AP entries for 2 different machines repaired outside. So if you come here, my product, our first product was 2002-02, and I'm going to go 010122, hit accept, and we can see the repair that we did. Cylinder head, $1,200, right? So it's there. It's in the history of the asset once the AP invoice has been posted. If we go back and we do the same thing for our truck, so MI 03-03, enter, again, 010122. Let's see if it posts. And here it is. General repairs. All the details are here. So that will post straight to the history of the asset once entered in AP and posted. Okay? Any questions? Let me know. Thank you.